It's brazy. Somehow everyone just believed Trump when he said no collusion, no obstruction, despite there clearly being both collusion and obstruction. The fact that it's known now is the Russia hoax is so sad. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. Make a second Mueller investigation focused video. I don't know. This isn't like my forte. I'm a streamer, okay? You have the same amount of evidence for the Hillary email scandal, LOL. No, you don't. I don't know why you would ever compare that ever. Every single person around Donald Trump is pleading the fifth, is not testifying, is asserting executive privilege, is avoiding cooperating with officials as much as possible at every single step of the way. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton literally sat down. She did her interviews. I don't think she ever pled the fifth that I'm aware of. Like every single part of her staff was cooperating through and through with police the entire time. It's not even remotely comparable. You can say that maybe you can say, well, they were all rigged against her anyway, or something was rigged, or it was all crazy anyway. You can say something is like it's all a huge conspiracy if you want, but it's not the same. They're not even remotely close. You've been putting so much work into these research docs. It feels a shame to only use them to stop debates. Well, but there's a reason why, right? And I understand, unfortunately, all of this reading is wasted. No, I shouldn't say it's wasted, but it'll never come up in debates. But I think the fact that it never comes up in debates, I think that means something. I think it's because now your average like frontline Republican is a real offense. Like this guy donating to me in YouTube chat has drank the Kool-Aid, okay? But the people that are serving the Kool-Aid know that they're serving Kool-Aid. They know it's. And there's a reason why they would never defend anything against somebody that's actually read any of these documents. They'd never try to defend this publicly. Not a single one of these people ever, because they know that they would get absolutely blown the fuck out into outer space on this shit. The pushback I get on that is that pleading the fifth is your constitutional right, and legally you can't assume any guilt because of it, at least in a criminal trial, right? So what? What do you mean? You can plead the fifth if you want. We're just talking about what we think are we're not talking, I don't convict somebody by saying, oh, this guy probably did this, right? I can judge you personally for pleading the fifth, obviously. That doesn't mean you should be convicted for it. It's just the fact that all of this will be disregarded by just read Facebook infographics and tweets from right-wing hacks. Sure, but I mean, I don't know what you can do about that. People need to start getting banned from some of these media companies. Candace Owens, these people need to be delisted and deplatformed from everything. We're going through that Mueller shit. Bro, there absolutely was Russia collusion between Trump's campaign and Russia, like undeniably. The only maybe question is whether or not it got all the way up to Trump himself. Probably did. I read through the Stone indictment. I didn't realize how shameless. I didn't realize how shameless the Roger Stone stuff was. I won't read this all on stream, but like, I can just read the intro to this. By in or around May of 2016, the Democratic National Committee and the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee became aware that their computer systems had been compromised by unauthorized intrusions and hired a security company to identify the extent of the intrusions. On or about June 14th, the DNC publicly announced it had been hacked by the Russian government. And then from in or around July 2016 through in or around November 2016, Heel Shit Podcast, thanks for 5 good subs. An Organization 1, which had previously posted documents stolen by others from U.S. persons, I believe this is WikiLeaks, entities and the U.S. government released tens of thousands of documents stolen from the DNC and the personal email account of the chairman of the U.S. Presidential campaign of Hillary Clinton. On or about July 22nd, Organization 1 released documents stolen from the DNC between in or about October 7th. And on or about November 7th, Organization 1 released approximately 33 tranches of documents that had been stolen from the personal email account of the Clinton campaign chairman, totaling over 50,000 stolen documents. Roger Stone was a political consultant who worked for decades in U.S. politics and on U.S. political campaigns. Stone was an official on the U.S. presidential campaign of Donald J. Trump until in or around August of 2015 and maintained regular contact with and publicly supported the Trump campaign through the 2016 election. During the summer of 2016, Stone spoke to senior Trump campaign officials about Organization 1, WikiLeaks, and information it might have had that would be damaging to the Clinton campaign. Stone was contacted by senior Trump campaign officials to inquire about future releases by WikiLeaks. By in or around early August 2016, Stone was claiming, both publicly and privately, to have communicated with WikiLeaks. By in or around mid-August of 2016, WikiLeaks made a public statement denying direct communication with Stone. Thereafter, Stone said that his communication with Organization One WikiLeaks had occurred through a person Stone described as a mutual friend, a go-between, and an intermediary. Stone also continued to communicate with members of the Trump campaign about WikiLeaks and its intended future releases. After the 2016 U.S. presidential election, the U.S. House of Representatives Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence opened or announced their respective investigation into Russia interference in the 2016 presidential election. In response, Stone took steps to obstruct these investigations. Among other steps to obstruct the investigation, Stone made multiple false statements to the House about his interactions regarding WikiLeaks and falsely denied possessing records that contained evidence of these interactions, and B, attempted to persuade a witness to provide false testimony to and withhold pertinent information about the investigations. Person one was a political commentator. I haven't dug into who each of the people are. Person two was a radio host who'd known Stone. It also goes on to talk about how on or about July 25th, Stone sent an email to person one with the subject line, "Get to Julian Assange." The body of the message read, "Get to Assange at Ecuadorian Embassy in London and get the pending WikiLeaks emails. They deal with Foundation, allegedly." On or about the same day, a person one forwarded Stone's email to an associate who lived in the UK and was a supporter of the Trump campaign. On July 31st, Stone emailed person one with the subject line, "Call me Monday." The body of the email read in part that person one's associate in the UK should see Julian Assange. Person one emailed Stone. Person one wrote that he was currently in Europe and planned to return in or around mid-August. Person one stated in part, "Word is, friend is in embassy, plans 2 more dumps. One shortly after I'm back, the 2nd in October. Impact planned to be very damaging." The phrase, "friend in embassy," referred to the head of Organization One, which is Assange. Person one added in the same email, "Time to let more than the Clinton campaign chairman to be exposed as in bed with enemy if they're not ready to drop Hillary Rodham Clinton. That appears to be the game hackers are now about. Would not hurt to start suggesting that Hillary Rodham Clinton, old, her memory is bad, she's had a stroke, neither he nor she well. I expect that much of the next dumps setting the stage for the Foundation debacle." There's so much communication between him and I believe in this indictment as well, he's also directly communicating with, let me see if I can find this. Was it in here? I won't, sorry, I don't want to read through all of these. Is it not in this one? I'm pretty sure he's alleged to have been directly communicating with the Guccifer hacker guy as well, who's the Russian agent that was, that had actually hacked that had actually been involved in hacking the emails from the DNC. Or if he wasn't, he might have used an intermediary for them. But hold on. That's not even the most shameless part about this. The most shameless part about this is Roger Stone went to court and he basically said, "Listen, I'm not saying I'm not going to squeal on Trump." What was the quote? What is this? "There wasn't a single conviction of any crimes related to collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. It was only financial crimes and lying, not proof, no collusion. This 100-body level conspiracy stuff. Stop." Trump killed this investigation like 15 different ways. You can always say that there's no proof or whatever, but like there's infinitely more proof on this side for everything being talked about here than literally any. Like if the Democrats did any of this, shit, would probably kill. Your head would explode, right? So Roger Stone was this an interview with Tucker Carlson? He says, "I will not plead guilty, or I will plead not guilty to these charges," Stone said, trying to speak over the chants of anti-Trump factions that had assembled outside the courthouse. Quote, "This is a politically motivated investigation," end quote. Stone blasted his critics and said that there are, quote, "no circumstances," end quote, in which he will, quote, "bear false witness," end quote, against his friend Donald Trump, right? Now, keep in mind everything that we just read that this indictment alleged, what this was about, right? Communicating between Trump's campaign and between the Russians for timing these like WikiLeaks drops, and then for intimidating a witness. Let me see what the charge is called. It's given false testimony. I don't know if it's just considered obstruction. Oh no, wait, the counts are listed here. So it's an obstruction count. Counts 2 through 6 were lies. He just lied about like his communications with Assange and people next to Assange. And then count 7 was witness tampering, right? So he goes into court saying he's never going to bear false witness to Trump. He goes into court saying that, okay? He gets crushed, all right? I'm pretty sure, I think in front of a jury, he's convicted on all 7 counts. He gets obliterated immediately. And then almost immediately after, Donald Trump gives him clemency. He basically commutes his entire sentence. And then right after, on December 23rd, 2020, then Trump gives him a full pardon. He grants him clemency so that the thing is essentially gone. It's like Roger Stone's whole story is unbelievable. It's actually unreal. Everything involving this guy, him and his relationship with Trump and everything else. But anyway, it's just a random shit. Sorry. I don't have time to add any more shit because I don't, but it's just like, there's just every single one of these people is crazy.
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right. Bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.